I've always been in water. Don't you know? I've always been in water. Did you know? I can't believe it. I've always been in water. I tell people this with such happiness, like the happiness I had when I was 14, like with the biggest smile and just exhilarated. And I want to tell everybody. I'm in this train station. It's the lobby of a train station. It's beautiful Art Deco with gold and bronze. It's like absolutely decadent. And there's a jacuzzi in the middle of this front lobby of this train station. And there's people from all walks of life, every era, every time frame. They're all going and they're all traveling, but they're all here intersecting to different realms. And in this hot tub slash jacuzzi that's emptied out, it's the size of a pool. It's massively big. There are two ways to get your Akashic records. There's one way, and it's powered by water, which I guess hence is it's why it's in a jacuzzi or like some type of powered water system, even though it's emptied out. There's a woman, well, I'm assuming she's a woman. I've never seen her, but there's someone playing the harp. This is my dream. There's someone, I dream this all the time. There's someone playing the harp. I'm yelling. There's someone playing a harp, and with the harp playing, and I guess the power of the emptied out jacuzzi, the water power, it creates a braille printout. A metal rod sits outside the jacuzzi, like the kind that you would see in a ballet music box. It's that kind of rod, and it's got braille like metal pieces that are rising from it, and when the rod moves, it creates a sound by pulling past the little pegs, right? Well, this somehow makes a printout, and it's actually on papyrus paper. I'm assuming that's the term, very thick paper. And it's in braille, so it's raised. And if you're blind, I suppose you could read it, or if you would bring it to a translator, I suppose, to read it for you if you couldn't read it yourself. But that's like a written record of your it's a written Akashic record, and you get to keep it and hold on to it, and it stores forever. It's something that's permanent probably just in that realm. I don't think you could probably take it 2 years to other realms, but in that realm it's permanent. The non-permanent way to see it would be a holographic image, and that's not permanent. You get a flash of images. So let me go back. There's another way you can get this record, and you have to be sitting in the jacuzzi pool. There's steps. There's 2 entrances to get into the jacuzzi pool. Just like a pool, usually, well, I just have like one entrance. This is 2 entrances into the pool. So I go down there, and I'm so excited to see and help this guy along, this man that wants to get his record, and he's sifting. My dog is playing with a toy, if you wondered what that noise was. Sifting through a metal pan. And like he's mining for gold, or he's sifting for gold, looking for precious rocks or minerals in this dirt. And he's a beautiful man. He looks like he's Ethiopian. He's got very beautiful slanted eyes, like that go like way far back, and dark, beautiful black skin. And he's just, I melt. Anyways, I realize there's a connection to him later on in my life, but he's sifting through the dirt, mining for gold. I don't know if you call that mining. I don't know what you call that. Sifting? Who knows? This is my dream, so a lot of these things I don't really understand, but when I saw Tartaria Part 2 of Mind Unveiled, the illustrations in that book, there were 2 illustrations side by side that was exactly like my dream, and that's confirmation that I am a hostess for the Akashic records in another realm, because I know exactly what they're doing. I know exactly what those technologies are doing. They are giving you the totality, the comprehensive occurrences of your life that you'd ever lived. So, where was I? You okay? Take a break. Okay, so once he's shifting, all of a sudden a light spatial image comes up right in front of us, and I'm so excited. I'm like, here we go. I put my hands on my knees. I'm like, let's do this. Let's see what we got here. And all the images that were just like going that fast. Some would slow down, but all of them were images of this man being enslaved, bound, chained, not being able to leave this post or this trap or this cave or this heat or this coldness that he was attached to, and not being able to move his body around. It was absolutely the most horrible things I had ever seen in my life. These were lives that never got to live early, like in a freedom type capacity, and they weren't autonomous. He was trapped, and when you would see these flashes of images, you know that lifetime he had been living like that for years. And it helped me understand like the full capacity in which suffering can take place. Like, it could reach to levels of suffering that no person should have to experience. And I guess the only real silver lining or saving grace, or only thing I could say that was positive, was that he wasn't painstakingly tortured. It was a slow torture, though. To be trapped like that is a slow torture. It's almost like if you were living inside a rock and couldn't move. And that's what we saw. And there must have been, I don't know how many lives, but a lot, like in the 40s, 50s, somewhere around there. And I looked at him and I said, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And he looked at me and he's like, I didn't know. So he was more shocked by it, I imagine. I mean, I can't testify to how he actually felt, but he wasn't showing pain as a result of seeing it. He was showing more shock. And it was obvious in this lifetime, he was very well dressed and very astute, that he was not bound in this lifetime. And I don't remember seeing any other lifetimes where he was free like he was in this one. So I'm not sure if this lifetime that he was getting this record, if it was one of the lifetimes, or if it was just a space in which he could see his other lifetimes. I'm not sure how that works. I guess I could ask. I'll ask. But yeah, those are the Akashic records. Those are the two ways that I know of that they can be given, and I'm a hostess for that kiosk. I hope, I don't know, maybe that brings some light to it. I guess I could be wrong, but I feel pretty all-knowing. I have an all-knowing belief that it's true, and I believe in it. And I couldn't make sense of the dream, really. I mean, I started to think maybe, well, I knew what it was showing, but I couldn't confirm like these random ways, like a harp and a metal rod that prints out paper and sifting through something and showing a holographic image. It just seemed kind of outlandish and ridiculous until I saw Tartaria Part 2 and the images of the ways of the two technologies side by side. Yeah, that confirmed it for me. So thank you.